timing. Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Whenever you come across this video, thank you so much for choosing to spend a little bit of time with me. I'm so grateful for every single one of you. I love you guys so much. I hope that you had a fantastic weekend and are getting ready for the new year. Obviously, you know, we know that the natural new year is in the spring, so don't, do whatever you're going to do, as far as resolutions. I don't suggest making resolutions in the middle of winter, but you do what works best for you. You can start thinking about your resolutions for when, like, the natural New Year's begins. But, also there is a lot of energy behind January 1st being the new year as well. So, do whatever feels best and right for you. Okay. Obviously we know superstition says do not clean on New Year's Eve. So, clean your house today. Okay. Clear out all the old energy and things like that. And, yeah. But I hope you guys are doing well. Let's dive in. Let's see what it is that you need to know. Excuse me. The kids are still on school break, but we're going to get back to regular scheduled programming. I will be doing zodiacs again this week. Yeah, let's keep it going, shall we? All right. All right. What does the collective need to know? A lot of fire. King of Wands, Eight of Wands, a lot of action, a lot of movement forward, a lot of manifestation, a lot of personal power is what I just heard. Okay. So we know that through the ascension and things like that, right, we are here to kind of break traditions, right, to live a different way. There's somebody that is observing how you're living. They're observing the differences here. I feel like they're kind of watching over you a little bit. There's also a passed over loved one. I feel like that's with you probably all the time, but it seems you may be like feeling their presence a little bit stronger at this time for some reason here. Oh yeah. Oh. Okay, let me get one more row. Please and thank you. There's a lot of people, there's a lot of energy here that says that you're being, like, observed. Okay. Whoever that's for. Okay, one more. Alright. Three of Swords at the bottom of the deck. The Judgment. Queen of Pentacles. The Magician. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune. Listen here. Listen here, okay? There is somebody, or maybe more than one person or something, that is observing you. Some of you from a distance here, okay? Some of you, it's, you know, up close. It's, you know, I feel like it could even be like your neighbor. Especially if you like work from home and you've like recently moved to a new area or something. You know, this is kind of like innocent, and somebody's just nosy and they want to figure out like, what in the heck does collective do, right? Like, you know, feels like a nosy neighbor a little bit. You don't have to be new to an area. There could still be a nosy neighbor, right? But basically, there's some sort of judgment that's being made here. That you are this Queen of Pentacles, King, or, you know, masculine or feminine energy, the Magician with the Wheel of Fortune. You know, and I feel like with this Three of Swords, okay, that's definitely also something, this could be an internal thing, that you also are kind of going through, healing from some sort of, Three of Swords energy, some sort of heartbreak, some sort of, you know, something along those lines here. And there could be, you know, this judgment could actually be coming from you in a sense, okay? There could have been some sort of breakthrough or healing or something like that here. But for a lot of you, this is like people outside of you here. There's, you know, I feel like there's a masculine energy, there's a feminine energy, maybe multiple feminine energies, maybe multiple masculine energies, you know, but it does, it's like, I also just heard people could be discussing, I don't know, you're doing something that is different. There's something about the way that you live that is different than clearly all of these other people. And I'm kind of picking up on this energy where, you know, these people could be like, you know, maybe collective is onto something, right? Maybe collective knows something that we don't know. You know, maybe, yeah, with the Knight of Swords and the Star here with the Four of Wands. Okay, so I do feel like there is an energy to one of the people that could be watching you, or, you know, has some sort of eye on you here. There is something that they have kept from you, okay? Whether it be knowledge, information, just something that you should know, actually maybe something in the physical. For a lot of you, I feel like you already know what this is. Intuitively, okay, but for some of you, you don't, okay, and I really don't know that this, I don't see anything about this person coming and like telling you anything. It seems like there's somebody that's they're keeping something close to their chest. Again, it's like, I feel like it's more so not something tangible or in the physical. It feels like something that you probably deserve to know. You know what I mean? There's somebody in particular, though, okay? This could be a masculine energy that is kind of in a space of, they're definitely observing, okay, your ability, the way that you're, I don't know, living, moving, manifesting, whatever it is that you're doing, okay? It's noticeable, all right? So, you know, this is, it's clearly that it's very clear that you're doing something different, okay? I feel like this person, this masculine energy is possibly with somebody else. I feel like that whoever this is, they've definitely maybe kind of broken their heart a little bit here. I feel like both the masculine and the feminine in that situation could have their eye on you. But it's like there's an energy of maybe somebody's seen some sort of growth here. And Six of Cups, the Two of Wands with the Lovers. This could definitely be somebody who's recognizing and realizing the connection that they have to you or had. You know, it feels very much past energy with the Six of Cups, right? In the past, you two, you know, had a deep connection here. And it's very possible, you know, this person kind of... It feels like they may have walked away or left you, you know, during a time. It feels like, you know, I want to say BG, before growth. Right? Like, we could say BC, before Christ consciousness, or something like that. Okay, but now there's like this energy of... you know, I feel like this person is awakening, okay? They are definitely, I think they're seeing what the connection was. Basically, somebody made some sort of judgment in the past, okay? Somebody that had you in some sort of third-party situation. It doesn't have to be, you know, that somebody was cheating on you or something like that, right? Third party could be all kinds of different things, but they had you in a third party situation. They chose a third party because it was for you, you know, like I said, BC, before Christ consciousness. I feel like you have now evolved into this, you know, very magical energy, okay? Very attractive energy. Yeah, and so somebody's observing this. I do feel like they're, you know, they could be wanting to communicate here. Let's get further into it. Who is this person? Feels specific. Also, a little interlude. I want to say thank you to, shout out to Polly D for purchasing some things off the wish list for the kids for Christmas, and Maui and Jasper, and sending me that book. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then also thank you to Michelle H, who got the kids both a gift card. They could pick out what they want. And then look at this cute new cup I got that Michelle H sent me. It says, I just freaking love elephants. Okay, so cute. And then also shout out to Grant, who sent us a thing of Tang. So I just want to take a moment and say thank you guys, and thank you to everyone else, right? Like, I love you guys so much, but I just wanted to, I didn't do, you know, like a haul or anything, because they came in at different times and stuff like that, but anyways, thank you. Okay, let's keep going. So, tell me more about this person. Tell me what they're experiencing. Tell me, what do we need to know? Why do we need to know this? Why do we need to know this? And the timing on my cup was perfect because my other elephant water cup started leaking on me. So it was impeccable timing. Okay. Alright, so tell me more. Alright, we have the Two of Pentacles. Juggling a little bit. Okay. This person could be juggling a little bit. You know what I mean? We have the Fool. The Nine of Cups. Oh, okay. For a lot of you, this is also too you awakening to your own. It's like there's some sort of, hey Maui, what's up, buddy? Come here. Come here. I know, I love you. I love you so much. It's already been quite the day, hasn't it? It's already been quite the day. I know. For some of you, this is, this is kind of an energy of you. There's something that you could have, there could be some sort of realization. It's like you took some sort of leap of faith here. Okay, you could have been in a space of like juggling or uncertainty or just, I don't know. And you took some sort of leap of faith. And with this Nine of Cups, it feels like it could have to do with maybe like, there was some sort of balance within your emotions, some sort of wish fulfillment. You took some sort of leap of faith towards some sort of wish fulfillment here, okay? I also feel like too, it's almost like this energy of like you observing this as well as somebody else observing this. I feel like there's somebody that's watching you very closely. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No, you're going to have to wait. I'm not taking you outside by yourself. No. Nope, not with the ground. A whole mud slide. No. No, no, no. You can wait. Okay, we've done the potty thing. You're fine. You're just fine. You are. I know you are. Okay? You need to climb up here. Alright? But no, you're not going to go play in the mud. Not on my watch. No, no, no. We got clean floors. We like clean floors. Come on. Come on. He's like, come on, Mom. I'm so sorry, guys, for all the interruptions. Okay. But there seems to be some sort of like development here. I feel like within you, it's almost like something could have seemed like it was closing in on you a little bit here. But if you can see, it's like there's this energy. You've done something. You've accomplished something. You've moved past something, especially with this Judgment. Okay, there was some sort of heartbreak from the past here that seemed to be like it was almost like closing in on you. But you were like, yeah, no, fuck that, right? You took some sort of, I don't know, it was like, and you can see kind of with that Seven of Wands, right? And it's like, it almost looks exactly the same, right? Like in this part, my hands, in this part, right? It's like you've cleared out some sort of darkness. There's been some sort of heartbreak or some sort of wound that you have. Yeah, look, the Three of Swords with the Page of Wands here. There's been some sort of wound that you've moved through. Maui, sir, you're being very rude and very disrespectful. And it is not your turn. It is not your turn. When it is your turn, I'll let you know. Okay? Okay. But yeah, it's like you've cleared out some sort of darkness that may, again, it's like this energy that could have seemed like it was closing in on you. Okay? And it really could have taken a lot of strength and a lot of your energy to keep it from closing all the way in on you here. Okay? But I feel like you have successfully done so. There's been some sort of judgment. Sir! Would you like to go to bed? Go to bed. Lay down. Good boy. Thank you, Maui. Okay. Yeah, look, the Ace of Swords with the Four of Swords. You've gained some sort of truth here. There's been some sort of shift. Yeah, look, this Page of Pentacles in this deck always reminds me of, like, your ability to manifest. Your, yeah, there. It feels like there's something that's coming to fruition. Ooh, excuse me. Yeah, because it's like this energy of like, there was something, yeah, it could have had to do with like a past, oh, okay. It could actually have to do with this person that's observing you. All right, interesting. So, whoever this person is that's observing you, I feel like you could have recently healed from something here that involves them. The Emperor and the Empress. Star. Sun. Nine of Pentacles. Something's coming to life, though. Very quickly, it seems. Because you didn't let this close in on you. This darkness, it really could have came out of nowhere here. But it feels like it was like something from the past. It feels very much... And it's almost like, because with this Three of Pentacles, the braid, it feels like it was like intertwined. There was a lot of things that were like intertwined into what was creating this, like this darkness. This is also, too, something maybe involving like your children or something for some of you. Something going on with your children. It feels like there could be a connection with a child, maybe a water sign child in particular, that is like evolving in a good way, okay? Whether this child is grown or still young, okay? And doesn't necessarily have to be a water sign child, but they could have, you know, big emotions, whoever this child is. There's something about, too, that this is intertwined with that as well. This child has big emotions, but there's like this, it's like, because you did not, there was something that it was like coming up again for you, you know, in order to be healed or something along those lines. this darkness could have just been in general previous to your awakening, right? That was like closing in on you, and it's like you took some sort of leap of faith towards this ascension, towards, you know, emotional balance and stability. There's something about you kind of, it's like through your work, whoever, this feels very specific, through your work, your healing, you have healed certain things within a child, your child, like awaken their heart. Like there's something about that you've accomplished something here. For them, right? It's like there's something that you healed within you that has impacted their life. And it's like there's like this energy of like it could have gone in a completely different direction, right? Like this child could have gone in a different direction, or something could have happened, you know, but it's like you did something here. I feel like the reason that we're talking about this child may have a very specific purpose or a special purpose, or you know, they may do really big things in the future. And there is this energy of the work that you've done on yourself is absolutely unfolding in their life, and it's like you have created, like, yes, there is some sort of manifestation coming towards you specifically, but you've also created and paved some sort of path for this child. One that is at a much higher vibration than the direction that it could have went in had you not taken some sort of leap of faith in the past. It's like you like awakened this child's heart. You open this child's heart again. There's something about their heart chakra. Maybe even like their solar plexus or their sacral chakra here. But the work that you're doing on yourself is like directly paving a path for, it feels like a specific child, again, one with big emotions. It could be, you know, maybe you have multiple children, but going back to this braid with the Three of Pentacles, it's all intertwined. There's like this energy, and you may be very aware of that. There's something about your awareness or your observation, or that is kind of making this very clear. Yeah, but then we have the Emperor with the Ace of Pentacles and the awakening here. And this feels like that that manifestation. Okay, and now they're telling me to get out of this one deck. Alright, hold on. I haven't used this one in a while. Let's see if we can find it. There it is. So there, whoever this message is for, it almost makes me feel like there's this energy of like, this was a big part of your purpose. And I feel like, yeah, there's some sort of, actually I feel like there's some sort of large reward here, because it's like you, again, you could have gone down, there could have been a completely, like, this could have gone a completely different way. But there's like this energy of some sort of, I don't know if, like, I heard self-sacrifice, or like, and by that I mean, like, you could have really sacrificed a lot in order to kind of, fight off this darkness, right? Like, it makes me feel like it wasn't only you that was like kind of getting enclosed on, right? It was also your children, or like your family, or it feels like there was somebody else. And yeah, it feels very selfless, is what this feels like. And it's like you have been victorious in something. It's almost like you have, when it comes to helping whoever this is in an energetic way to kind of align with where it's like, now it's like their time to pick up and kind of like, carry on their journey in some type of way, or, because even children, right, they sign up for their own lessons and things like that, right? But as parents, we also have influence. So there is something about, I could be picking up on a parent that may have, like, in your unhealed days, right, you could have been like holding on to some sort of like guilt or something, like, I don't know, it feels like you could have been maybe even like worried, or about, the effect that your maybe past mistakes might have on your children. But it feels like there's been a dark past that has been kind of like cleared out. And I just get this feeling, it's like you don't have to worry about, especially if there's one child in particular that you were really concerned about, right? It feels like you don't necessarily have to worry about that. Not to say don't worry about your kids, right? I feel like as a parent that just comes natural, but there's something very specific that you've done. There's some sort of specific wound, some sort of specific generational curse, something, again, that was closing in, whether it be on you or on this child, or something that you've changed the direction. You've shifted the energy completely. And it's like you have actually, whatever, it's like that energy, where if a parent doesn't heal their own chains, their own cords, their own restrictions and stuff, it's like they literally just, slap those chains and those cuffs and things right on their children. You have done something in order to, it's like your children are not tied down. They're not chained. You've broken something here. And there is, like, again, whoever this child is feels very spiritual. And it's like you've set them free. I'm getting kind of emotional because it feels like a big deal to you, or to this child or something, like, yeah, they don't have to, they're not chained, they're not restrained, they're not restricted, they're not, you know what I mean? Like, you've done it. I don't know who this is for, but you've done it. You've done something to where it's like, there's not a single bit of darkness on this Four of Wands. You've really kind of cleared that path for them. Who, I don't know who I'm talking to, but I can feel your happy emotions. It's like a celebration because, like, damn, you know, yeah. Okay. I probably should have got a tissue. I guess I didn't expect to cry. Alright, tell me more about this. And it doesn't have to be one child, right? If you've been doing this on your bloodline, it's all your children. But I feel like there is one in particular that some of you could have been worried about. Again, they may just have big emotions, or they feel big emotions, right? They could have experienced certain things that maybe you were really concerned about, right, before your, you know, pre-awakened days or whatever it is. But you have done it. I don't... You've done something that is, like, literally given this child, again, grown or not, the space and the room and the, you know, for them to be themselves, for them to be authentic, for them to kind of I don't know what you've done. You've done a wonderful thing, though. Mother or father here, okay? But it's like that was part of again, it makes me feel like you had an option in the past, right? You could have went to, you know, it was like a fork in the road, right? You could have went one direction, maybe taken the easy way out, right? And just allowed this darkness maybe to close in on this child, or just to close in on yourself or something, or, you know, or, you know, the path that you took, which, again, it feels like there was a lot of self-sacrifice. There was a lot of work that you had to put into this. There was a lot of, you know, effort. It wasn't just an overnight thing. But yeah, you have, and that it makes me feel like it's so rewarding. You know what I mean? Like this alone feels so rewarding. Like, forget everything else in the world. You know what I mean? Like, the simple fact that, like, you have accomplished this for your child is phenomenal. You know what I mean? It's like you're literally giving them, like, the chance to, you know, live. I don't know what you're doing, but you're doing a really good job. And clearly you're very happy about it. These feel like good tears. Yeah. You guys, I gotta go get a tissue. I'm so sorry. Otherwise, snot's gonna be rolling down my face. Okay. Got him some water. Okay, so all right. Whew. Yeah. So there's like, it's like this energy of like, I feel like you had to fight really hard for this. But this was like a really important part of this journey. And there is, it's like this, I feel like with this too, there is some sort of clarity here. About like, I feel like about a direction that you're heading in. Like some of you may change directions, or you just may change, you know what I mean? I just, it makes me feel like there is a shift within perspective here. Okay. Yeah, I feel like this is literally just like repeating everything that I just said. But I don't think you understand. Some of you might not understand the impact or the importance of what you've done, what this means. First of all, we don't necessarily know, the purpose of, your children. Chances are it's probably, everyone's purpose is important, but I have a feeling that, it could be far more important than what your purpose is to like align them to their purpose, right? And that's what it feels like. It's almost like it's not to say that like you're done doing, whatever work or whatever it is, but it's like you've reached some sort of particular point in your journey, on your path, in this healing and things like that, that you've accomplished something. You've reached some certain, when it comes to this, and it could be very much, the people that are observing are the people that could have, not done the work, like your parents, right? Again, the awakening happens, right? Kind of out of our control. And while I'm not making excuses for your parents, right? Because, but it does feel like this was something that you signed up to do. You know what I mean? And it just makes me feel like there's this energy of, it could be those that came before you that are observing a change within you, as well as a change within, your children, or like the dynamic, or, because there is definitely an energy of like, observation, people seeing this very clearly. But most importantly, I feel like the divine is celebrating you in such a big way. And I feel like there is some sort of like, it may energetically feel like a fresh start, right? But also there is something coming like in the physical, like kind of, I don't want to say like a reward, but kind of like a reward. You know what I mean? Yeah. I feel like that's pretty much the message here. Um, I feel like it's a phenomenal message. Yeah. For a lot of you, this is you becoming the parent that you needed. You know, you becoming the, whether it be the parent that you needed, or, the protector that you needed, which would be a parent, right? You did that. You did that. And, I don't know about you, but like when I first started awakening, right, and realizing kind of what was going on, my main motivation was my children. Because I never want them to have to heal from me. Like I had to do, and I was very aware of a lot of, mistakes that as a parent that I had made. And I feel like I'm picking up on a very similar energy here. And I just feel like you need to celebrate yourself. I feel like the divine is celebrating you. And I feel like there is this energy of, And again, I don't believe for a single second that you did any of this for some type of reward. I feel like, you know, for a lot of you, the reward is just to be able to see your children, you know, live happy, healthy, and, you know, authentically. And you did that. You created, I'm telling you, and it's like, for whatever reason, there's other people that are observing this. They're observing you pave this way, not only for yourself, but also for your children and for others as well. And I just, what is this here? Excuse me. Yeah. It's almost like these chains, it feels like they're going back to where they came from. You know, it's like this energy of like maybe, you know, people before you, right? They just kept passing on the chains. They kept passing on the restrictions and the curses and the wounds and all that shit, right? And it's like, you know, it stopped with you. It stopped with you. And there, you know, there could have been, I don't know. I don't know what you've done, but, you know, there is... It feels like the tables are turning, so that, you know, I feel like there's some sort of energy that's being returned. But you have managed to reach some sort of very important check mark, or you know, part of this journey. And I feel like you know, there is definitely an energy of some things coming to fruition because of that. So, you know, and I feel like for a lot of you, there could be, you might be like seeing, there could be evidence that you see of this. Again, there could be a relationship that redevelops or starts new, or, you know, there's just, it feels like, you know, part of the quote unquote, the reward, I feel like starts, you know, within, and, you know, within this dynamic and this connection, and, you know, but I also feel like, too, again, it's like you've reached some sort of checkpoint with this one. So it's like now there's like a pivot or a shift, or like, you know, something. Yeah. But you did it. And you better fucking celebrate yourself. Okay? Yeah, look at this clear shift, right? Like, we have the 4 cups and then the 8 of wands, like at the deck, you know what I mean? And this 8 of swords with this world card is like, you know, this energy is like coming to an end of like kind of, you know, again, I feel like there's a perception shift. There's, you know, that comes with this. It almost makes you feel like there's a heavy weight too that's lifted with this as well. And some sort of clarity maybe about a path. You know what I mean? Like there's just this energy of like something that didn't make sense is going to make a lot of sense, because there's like, you know, like new information, right? Like, you know, you didn't have all the information before, and so there's like this energy where you could have been racking your brain or something like that to try to understand. And it's like, but you had to reach this point in order to, you know, I don't know. It feels very specific, but it feels beautiful. You know, going back to that 4 cups is like that energy of like feeling like you missed an opportunity or something like that. But then recognizing and realizing, you know, this is just an example. It's like, you know, you could have been feeling like you missed an opportunity, or that you feeling left out, or feeling like things aren't going your way. And then all of a sudden, right, you recognize and realize whatever it was that you were currently going through was something to, you know, kind of break not only yourself free, but also those around you, right? You know, you could have been feeling, you know, left out of an opportunity, or again, like feeling like, you know, but it's like with this like breakthrough, you realize that wasn't even the opportunity. It's like, it's almost like, you know, with this breakthrough, there's like a light that comes on, you know, and it's almost like you've been trying to break through one door, but that's not even the right door. You know what I mean? Like, and it's like, there's just this sense of like, it's just going to make sense, right? It's like, you know, say for instance, there, you know, you had been putting a lot of pressure on yourself of like, I've got to be in purpose. I got to, you know, and then there's like this moment where you realize like, oh shit, I've been in purpose this whole time. Let's keep going. You know what I mean? Like, you know, and there's just this like weight that's lifted, or this pressure, you know, something about that, right? But it could have got pretty heavy, you know, like I said. Imagine, you know, being that girl in that card holding off this darkness, right? That's exhausting, you know, but you've done it. It's like you've done it. And so now there's like, you know, it could have taken a while, you know what I mean? Where you were like protecting, your children, these children from that darkness, right? And that probably got heavy. It probably got exhausting. It probably got boring as shit, right? Like, you know, and there's just this energy of like, you know, now they're showing me that 4 of wands, right? Where it's just gone. Like, you did it, you know, you kept your head down, right? You see in that picture, she has her head down and she's just holding it, you know, and it's like, you've done it. And now that your hands are not holding, you know, this darkness, is now that you're not like protecting, you know, yourself and your children from this darkness, from these chains, because you have broken free from it, and it is dispersed, right? You alchemized that energy. You did whatever you needed to do. Now your hands are free. Now you can get up and you can keep moving forward because you're no longer doing that, right? It's like, of course there was, you know, stagnant energy because you were doing this, but in the meantime you had your head down and you were, you were doing whatever it took. It was like a mind thing, an emotional thing to make this darkness disperse. It was an illusion, right? But you had to hold it there for an extended amount of time until you could until it was like that breakthrough to get it to disperse. And again, now I feel like you're in this space of, your hands are free. You're not holding it back anymore. You can get up, you can stretch, you can, move around, move forward. And that's where I feel like you're at. And it feels like there's this energy of like, moving forward. Like you're no longer kind of stuck here, right? Now you have plenty of space, plenty of room to, you don't have to protect yourself or your children. You're safe. Oh, I love you too, Michelle. Ooh, Crystal, I love that. Yeah, time to repot, plant ourselves in bigger pots. Yeah, because your roots have been growing for sure. But whatever you have been doing, keep, I don't know that obvious. I'm like, bitty, keep doing what you're doing. But it's like, but also at the same time, you can get up, you can, live. Oh, I love you too, Renee. Yeah, Mary, you can breathe. You can, and there's just this energy of like, you've accomplished something major. And again, I don't know what God has in store for your children, but but it must be something really important. Maybe even not. Maybe it's just they're very important. We're all very important, but you get what I'm saying? It's like, what a beautiful thing. So, anyways, that got emotional, but so beautiful. I absolutely love this message, and I'm so proud of you, and it feels like I can just hear like thousands of ancestors just like cheering you on, because like, you know what I mean? Like, imagine it was a movie, right? It was a movie, and you got these ancestors, and you're here, and like the darkness is closing in, right? And you're just like, doing all this strength, right? And you put your head down, and it's just like, imagine that moment where it just all of a sudden just dissipates, right? And so they're kind of giving me this energy of like, there could be some adjustment, right? There could be an adjustment period where you're like, you could still be kind of trying to, kind of navigate and get used to the energy of like not having to do that, right? So, allow yourself some grace, because that could, there is adjustment with that. You're so used to doing that, right? Protecting and keeping things at bay and, whatever. But now you have all this like, freedom and free space and, vast, space to stand up and move forward and walk and, participate in life and things like that. So, you know, allow yourself some grace in this adjustment period. But you've accomplished something major, a major part on a major purpose for you, right? It's like that energy that I said the other day, right? How I recently recognized that, like, you know, all the people before me, they came and they signed up to deal with, and it's all led me to this point, right? You know, they did whatever they had to do. That, you know, destiny is destiny, right? And so it's the same thing. It's like you know, were another, it was like, again, just somebody else that chose to create and pave some sort of path. But this feels kind of epic. It feels revolutionary. So, but, all right, guys, what are we at? A minute. I meant an hour. Anyways, I'm proud of you guys. Celebrate yourself. Celebrate good times. Come out. You know what I mean? Yeah, because you deserve that. And you know, I think it's more than just the path that you've paved for, you know, your children. Even for those of you that don't have children yet, I feel like this is also applicable, okay? Again, grown children, non-existing yet children, young children, whatever it is that you've been doing. You know, it's a game changer. It's a game changer. You know, it's really giving this energy of, you know, you could have aligned to, there's all these different realities, right? Happening all at once, you know, and it just seems like you have done whatever it is to bring your children to the timeline that they have the most opportunity, the most, you know, and I'm sure it's not going to stop here, right? But good work. Good work. So, woo! Alright, guys. Wow, I love you so much. Again, the new moon is coming. New Year is coming. I'll probably be cleaning, if you guys want to know what I'll be doing. And my usual, you know, rituals and things like that. But, yeah. Excuse me. Exactly, Kels. I love that, Anya. But, alright guys, yep, I'm going to jump and get some stuff done. Like I said, we're going to get back onto regular scheduled programming for the most part. I'm going to get back to zodiacs. I believe this week would be fire and air signs, so I'll be doing those. Get back on track with my Patreons, you know, all that jazz. And dang, look at this cut I got. Maui accidentally did it with his thing outside. Got me good. But now the skin is like, now I want to peel it off. Am I the only weird one? Probably not. Kels, I agree. I have really high hopes, and I don't know if you guys have seen it, but I've definitely seen a shift in the world and the compassion of people and just people loving people and coming together and, you know, no longer like, you know, the old society is coming to an end of, you know, people looking at what you have or what you do and trying to, you know, determine your value off of that. And just, I don't know, there's a lot, I can see a lot more love, and it's absolutely beautiful, and compassion and humor and yeah, so anyways, guys, okay, it's 12 o'clock. Okay, I love you so much. I hope that you have a fantastic day. I'll see you when I see you. Okay? And we'll talk later.